are looking at that parade or fireworks of beauty, you have to spritz them a little bit of truth into their veins. My beginnings, I was someone who really quickly has results, but it is also a result of a long observing process of a lot of thinking, but then painting itself was fast. So I thought, why not use the chance to slow down a little bit and see what is gonna happen if I painting a little bit longer, 1 or 2 years even. The most important part is that I was really having the time to be really satisfied with an artwork, with the end result. And whatever I wasn't glad with, so I could destroy, and that allowed me a little bit, to a little bit more reflect on my works. And now at this very moment, I'm a little bit faster again. I think it's just the result of me being here every day, focused, not being able to do any other day jobs or not travel, so I'm really focused. So at the moment it's going very well for me, and then again I feel a little bit more free. But difference is that at the moment I can decide whether some painting is gonna last very short or again 2 years. So I can now really play with both. Maybe as an artist you're trained to be kind of a loner and to be already very good with yourself, with your alone time. So except of that inevitable anxiety that we all have, thoughts about where is this world going, and all those like a little bit Weltschmerz. A part of that, I was very productive. The only thing that I can do is to use this time the best that I can. In my case, to be the most productive in my studio since I even moved to Berlin. What excites you from the art history? You naturally want to respond to that. So it is the most simple explanation. In my case, those were the old masters. And then somehow it resonated with me. Some modern artists, like Bacon and Freud, were my biggest influences in my early 20s. They also dealt a lot with flesh and sensuality, with human nature. As you discover something a bit about yourself, you also discover something about other people's art, and somehow it comes together. If I want to deal with what is inside of us, why so much flesh? Because it is outside. But somehow I do believe when you position groups of people in strange positions with all the flesh and motions, with all the drama, that you could a little bit come closer to what is it to be a human. Somehow it's inevitable to observe human relationships as maybe most entangled phenomenon existing. And then it is one of my devices. So before those were entangled bodies or legs. Now I thought, let me emphasize structure in my work, so why not trees entangled as possible? Honesty is part of my process. When I really managed to be so honest that I feel almost naked in front of people, that many people really were touched, or it resonated with them. When I realized that, I just started using that more and more. End result should aim to something that we perceive as true. You have to be really strong to manage that daily touch with your vulnerability, because that is the source of everything. So it is kind of meditation, and it is more or less like ongoing process, and it demands a lot of discipline. The process looks like this. I'm constantly observing the world. It is reading, watching, listening, absorbing, but at the same time I'm in a deep touch with myself, with my inner world, with these vulnerabilities that I mentioned, with my weaknesses, with the fragile parts, because there is the richness and honesty and all the colors that you see in my works. And then once when I'm in the studio, when I start working, my biggest task is actually to just get into that introverted state where everything melts down with everything mixes together, everything from the outside world and from the inside world. And then when I managed to completely forget about my own existence, that's where the juice is. So that is where really things start happening. Ego is gone, wish to control is gone. You are really in that open state where you allow ideas to materialize. People tell me that I have this slightly baroque temperament. I think it is because my intensity in the inside, and then a lot of juices, a lot of flesh, a lot of emotions that I want to depict. Also emotions in the ideal case that even don't have the name. So those are my little goals. And then of course, if that is what interests you, that result have to be full of that energy. I would really like to go even bigger. And as I say, something happened in me. I think I feel really mature enough, artistically, maybe even altogether as an artist, so that I would really love to experiment even more. My ideal viewer would always see all these figures here maybe as polarities on our society, so differences, some are drowning, obviously, some are looking like they are winning, but my aim is always also that you can be everything of those in your different phases, or even simultaneously, that everything can be you, just different parts of you, you know. So that is somehow the symbolics that I want to offer.